Alright, my friends, we are going to be looking at writing numbers in expanded form. So let's take a look at that. Grab your paper and your pencil and let's do this. Okay, so it's saying that we need to write this number. So please write that number down. Okay. Now, if we're looking at it, we need to identify what is the place value that's happening here. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay. And one way, because I've noticed some of you are having some problems trying to figure out how many zeros go behind each number. Okay, so one easy way to do this is to say, okay, so I'm going to start with the 2. I'm going to write the 2, and then I'm going to write zeros behind it, so I know that there's 3 zeros behind it. I'm going to drop down now to the 1, and I'm going to write some zeros behind it. Drop down, drop this 1 straight down, put a 0 behind it, and then come over to the 4. So I know then at this point, then this 4 goes straight here, this 1 goes right there, this 1 goes here, and this 2 goes there. Okay? So then all I have to do then is just rewrite my number. And I know that that's my answer. Okay, so let's look at that one more time just to make sure that you are really abundantly clear on how to do that. So again, you are looking at this number. Let's write it down. So you have 2,114. Okay, the first thing I do is I look at this 2 and then I write it down and then I put zeros. So I line up my 0 underneath the ones, the hundreds place. Then I line up a 0 underneath the tens place. Then I line up a 0 underneath the ones place. And I'm done with the 2. So I'm done. I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to move over to the 1. I'm just going to write it straight underneath the 1 in the 100s place. Then I'm going to put in zeros behind everything else. And then I'm done with that number. Done with it. Now I'm moving over to this one, and I'm going to put the 1 in the tens place, put a 0, and I'm done. Put the 4 straight down. Okay? Now, I rewrite this number. I have this number plus this number plus this number. So I have written out, I would expect to say, okay, I'm going to type that. So I'm going to put in 2,000 plus 100 plus 10 plus the 4. Here's the 2,000 right here. Here's the 2,000 right here. That goes right there. The 100 goes right here. The 10 goes right there. And the 4 goes right there. So that is how you actually write that number. Okay? So, let's take a look at a slightly different number if we were to write that in expanded form. Let's write this number down, shall we? Well, we already know that if you're looking at it, I'm going to use a slightly different color. I'm going to do the 5, and then I'm going to do all the zeros. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do, well, this 0 has nothing. So I have nothing in that place value. I have nothing in the hundreds place value, so I don't do anything. Okay? And then I'm going to drop the 4 down and put a 0. And then I'm going to put the 2 straight down. So now how do I write that? It'll look like something to the effect of, I'll have the 5,000. So I'm 5,000 plus the 0, 0, 0, because that's for the hundreds place, plus the 40, plus the 2. Okay? So some of you were losing track of how many zeros you were putting behind a number. Well, if you stack them and then just drop your numbers straight down, you don't lose track of where your numbers, how many zeros you put behind your expanded form. Okay, you don't lose track of that place. All right, if you have questions, let me know. I'll be walking around. I'll see you on the next video.